My name's Nick English, one of the co-founders of Bremont Watch company. A passion for Jaguar really started as children, probably with this car here actually I'm leaning on. It was restored by Giles as my father. The last 2 years we took her across America. When you have an adventure with a car like this, it becomes quite tight, so she's going to be in the family forever. Got a call out of the blue about just over 10 years ago from Ian Callum, then chief designer of Jaguar. So Giles and I turned up to Coventry. In we walked. You could see his passion for form, for detail, for making in the UK, and we shared very similar values. And we ended up designing this clock which fitted in the CX-75. And then it led to various other projects over the years. For example, clocks in some of the Royal Jaguars. We have done pocket watch for Prince Philip, a lovely thing to start off with. In the early 60s, there was a very famous sort of racing car of the period. It was the lightweight E-Type. And originally they were going to make 18, but I think just because of demand, they only ever made 12. And so a few years ago, I think about 6-7 years ago, Jaguar decided to make the remaining 6. They said, actually, why don't we produce a watch for each car? So when Giles, Ian Callum and myself sat down and we thought, right, let's design this watch, we took inspiration from the car itself, and there's so much inspiration you can take from a beautiful thing like this. With the dials themselves, you've got this incredible vintage Smith's dial, both on the RPM gauge, but also the speedo. And if I sit here, we only make mechanical watches, and to wind up the watch, you have a rotor. Basically a mini replica of this steering wheel, this famous 5-hole steering wheel, which is so very much Jaguar and E-Type. And then one of the final things we did, which was really lovely sort of touch, with a crown here, the winding crown, we used the original Dunlop tire tread. All this inspiration came together, and it was just a lot of fun. So Enzo Ferrari called this arguably the most beautiful car ever made, the E-Type. The lines on the E-Type are so incredibly beautiful. But it took its inspiration from another very, very beautiful car, this one here, the Jaguar DType. So this is the Jaguar DType. For me, the prettiest car of the lot. It's incredible racing heritage. It's everything a racing car should be. Built in the 1950s, won several Le Mans. Originally they're going to build 100 DTypes, but they only ever built 75. So Jaguar thought, let's build the final 25, and this is one of them. A 3.4 litre engine, birch grey. What is there not to love about this thing? Following the E-Type range, we came up with a watch based on this car here, the D-Type. Brilliant RPM gauge here, sadly no speedo. Speedo wasn't really relevant for driving, it was all about RPM. What we also did was use the original classic Jaguar logo, which I love. It's very much the heritage logo, but it's one of those, if you're into Jaguar and you're into racing, it's so iconic. It is absolutely stunning, and it sounds amazing. Just the smells, the sound, and the vibration, everything. It's like flying an old airplane. So what's been so lovely about this project is that it's a project of passion, a project of British engineering, a project of beautiful things, but also a project of detail, a detail that's gone into a car like this, and the detail that's gone into a collection of watches with Jaguar. Oh my gosh, That was incredible. Really, amazing, amazing. And I think that just sums up the last 10 years of Bremont's relationship with Jaguar. It's been an utter success. It's been fabulous fun. And keep your eyes peeled because there's a lot more to come, especially with the 60th anniversary of the E-Type next year. Thanks for watching.